everyone, what's up? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Here we are in episode 22. I hope everybody's doing very well. And I got a little surprise for everybody. As you can see, a new weapon I'm varnishing, but that's not all. Boom. Yes, I'm working on getting the anima weapon for Heavensward. Which would explain why we're at level 63. All those dungeons you have to run to get this thing, my god. It's just, yeah. It's a long grind. But looks freaking cool. Love it. Alright, anyway. Just want to show that real quick. Here we go. Let's talk Tafano. Louis Sua's finest student. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and appraise our companions of all of this. Pray make your way there at once. I will send word to Stola and the others of our imminent return. I think we should almost be done with this, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta get some more teleport thingies, too. Wish I could buy them with venture coins, because I got like almost 200 of those. But no, they have to be get with the allied seals. Oh, wait. Yeah, here. I was thinking the other place. Western Thanalan. Alice. Twould seem you bring ill tidings, brother. Aye. Behind the griffin's mask we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Ilberd. I know not how, but he had in his possession the Eye of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual. Even as we looked on, by the 12. I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires every ounce of one's aether. No one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed, it was ever a last resort, as I am certain Papalema was aware. Thus did the pupil follow in the footsteps of the master, even unto the grave. I have yet been unable to explain how Ilberd came in to possess Nidhogg's eyes. In the depths of the sea of clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind, the suspected aether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. Then mayhap it was the work of the Ascian. But now is not the time for idle speculation, Krill. I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I cannot promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. Alright. As shall I. Let us be about it then. What? Without so much as a by your leave? Pray forgive Harkani Stoil her brevity. She seeketh employment, last her grief deprive her of the will to act. A desire to confront Ida's doubtless compoundeth her unseemly haste. I too must contend with the grievous loss of mine in mine own way. By the leave, Lady Alice, I shall honor our fallen colleague through glareful study. There exist writings which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light. Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be poor tribute to Papalemo's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilbert's accursed creation without delay. What time we have was purchased at too dear a price for us to squander it. Actually, let's go ahead and there we go. Kiara, I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Shroud remains largely unchanged, meaning we still have no idea how long it will be before a communication from the Alliance. One moment. Yes, of course, our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania, the council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the primal, of course. As Yshtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall unchanged. Yes, but the Elder Seed Seer doubtless shares our concern how long it will remain so. I am told that Sid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to the proceedings. A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave for the Rising Stones in Tataru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand.
A word, if you would, good sir. This place, it is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes, you're in Eorzea.
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port. Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Good man, are you all right?
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Alrighty. Sorry about that. I had to change the FPS real quick. This thing was blowing like a damn lawnmower. Alright, so we have to go to the Black Shroud. Okay, so New Gridania. We'll just go ahead and reuse our return in that case. Welcome, Warrior of Light. This way, if you please.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon, of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Who is this man?
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanau since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm sorry. Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I'm graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame? Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartanau while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
No, I don't take his word, but I'll keep an eye on him.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice. Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. It would seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Cartanau and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland, and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Cartano being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
My blade is yours.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Okie dokie. Well, that was a rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions, not least among them how Nero chanced to learn of the council's meeting in the first place. Yeah, how did he know? How did that Imperial Weasel know we were having a meeting? We got a mole. Ooh, a little gift box. The Great Obsidian. Said any others are assembling at the airship landing. Alice is already on her way and it would not go too far behind. Let us beat her off. Speak with Sid at the airship landing. Okay. I will do that. Too bad they didn't put a crystal down at the airship landing. That'd be nice. Which is down... Is it that way or is it the other way? I think it's this way. Yeah. Haven't been in here in a long time. There he is. There's my main man, Sid. Kara, Alphino ready to go? The others have stepped out of the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him? Despite his rarely timely offer of assistance, the thought of the man poking about the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alphino. Your sister was adamant that he would not leave her sight. She and Yugiri are, well, here they are now. Right, I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Cartano? Might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require one more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear as understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh? I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Yeah, shut up, Nero. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time have you finished procrastinating. Burn. Alright. While Alphino speaks of his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordana and we can reconvene at the Raising Stones. My apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Y'shtola and the others forthwith and join you as soon as I am able. Kiara, pray accompany Alice back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guests. Right, everyone heading to Mordana, it is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. You're traveling with Master Garland, Miss. The Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in Tollsman Square. Shall we adjourn at the Rising Stones then? Where the hell did you land us at? Oh my god. Why so far away, Sid? What the hell? You could have parked right here. Like, what the heck? What the heck? Oh well, it's not that far. We're already here. We can get inside without flying into a mountain. Alrighty, here we are in Mordana.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back without Fano. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Good gods, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gozetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? You, Giri? You draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Kiara, wait. Could I speak to you for a moment? Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we ambushed you? Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just moments finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here. You can try it on right now if you like. Not bad. Assuming we measure correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel? It feels great. You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell how much this means to me. I have crafted something worthy of a warrior of light. It's, well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed a blood pearl charm to, you know, bring you home. May it always protect you. Okay, got a cool little glamour outfit I'll have to put on. Okay, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to smash that little bell so you get notified of all the latest uploads. Also, don't forget to check me out on social. Details are in the description below. And with that being said, everyone, I will see you all in the next one.